It's pretty bright, and you know, it does the trick. It's kind of sturdy. It won't just go off by touching it. Nothing I hate more than thanks, Joe. Nothing I hate more than putting a flashlight in your survival kit and then it getting bumped accidentally and the battery goes dead. So for one, I put extra batteries in here, and then for two, I like some sort of a flashlight that you have to push a little bit to get. So this runs up to 8 hours of light, and it's really bright. And you can use it to read, or go to the bathroom out in the woods, or whatever you need to do. This is awesome. And here is some just regular string. I like to have lots of rope, lots of string. I showed you before the nylon that we had inside the thing. This is, you need to make traps out in the forest, whatever. String can be used for multiple, replace a shoelace, whatever you want to do. This one here is, let's see, this is made by Rappel, and it is Bite MD. It's first aid antiseptic, and what it does basically is if you get any kind of insect bites, anything like that, you're itching like crazy, bee bites, anything like that, it is a basically a pin that sits there, and you spray a little bit on and rub it on with the tip, and it relieves a lot of bite stuff. Bite MD it's called. How's that looking there, Joe? Okay. These are unopened, so I'm not going to open them up and ruin them. This one is along the same lines, but this is pre-bite. This is keeps the insect away from you. And I don't like DEET because DEET is what they put in a lot of insect repellent, and it's supposed to be really bad for you. So the conspiracy theorists say that it does bad things to your body. So what I like to do is keep away from that. This is called Skin Smart. It's insect repellent. It's a little pen thing. You pop it off and you spray it on. You always want to have this anytime you go anywhere, in some sort of insect repellent, because if you don't, you get eaten alive by mosquitoes. It can turn into a real bad day. So that's in there as well. Okay, next up we have a little toolkit in here. Joe and I both have one exactly like this. It kind of slides out there. We're going to leave that there real quick because that's quite underneath it. There's another pouch, little pocket, and what that is a hooded poncho. And I always carry these around. There's two uses for these. If it starts raining, you can throw on the hooded poncho. They can also be used for shelter. If you are stranded somewhere and need some, some shade from the rain and all, you can always hang these up and use it as a shelter, a water catcher for catching the morning dew. It's awesome. Okay, emergency hooded poncho. Carry it. Okay, in here we've got some cool stuff. It's basically a plastic bag, but inside the bag we've got some foil. Foil has multiple uses. Also, the Ziploc bag would probably have multiple uses if you're out and about. But that's just regular foil. Okay, if you need to unfold it, you can use it to cook with. And this is my Giant Eagle grocery card. It's not going to help you do anything if you're out in the wild, because but these things, I hate them. They make you sign up for these at the grocery store, to get cheaper food. Well, I found a better use for them. What I do with them is I cut little notches in them and I string fishing wire around it. You can hold probably, hundreds of feet of fishing wire, and that's what I've done. And it holds them really good so the fishing wire doesn't get tangled. So, Mom, I'm sorry I did give you something used here. It is my Giant Eagle card, but it is holds a lot of fishing line, and that's what this is. Fishing line can be used for a lot of stuff, and that's your fishing line right there. And I usually put those together, and just to make double sure it doesn't get tangled, I put those in the plastic bag and kind of roll it up and then push it in the pouch along with the hooded poncho. Now this puppy right here, this has everything in it. In fact, I'm going to kind of slide that over right now because this right here is another survival kit all in its own, and it's got a ton of stuff in it. Okay. First of all, I've got little pieces of tape on the side. And the reason I do this is because basically you'll see there's so much stuff in here. When you open it, you always want to be kind of careful that if you didn't cinch it well enough, it may pop out on you. And I'm going to kind of take these pieces of tape off just to kind of go in. Now, I didn't know everything, what kind of medication to put in here. I left 2 spots open for you, Mom, so you can put whatever you want in here and then label it. And if you change it later, take off the tape, relabel it. You've got aspirin, okay, Benadryl for any kind of allergies. Somebody gets bitten by a bee, take some Benadryl, reduce the swelling. This is aspirin, regular aspirin. This is not the Tylenol or anything like that. You want regular aspirin sometimes because people are allergic to Tylenol or anything else, and so that's kind of the medicine compartment right there. We have lots more first aid to show you, but these are where I keep my pills, some of them anyway. Fishing hooks, all sorts of different sizes, and anything from bass to catfish to sewing needles, safety pins, buttons. Razor blades for first aid, or if you're I guess old school shaving. Razor blades are good because, well, for lots of reasons. If you're doing any kind of serious first aid, you can shave the hair off. It's good to have something really, really sharp, so be careful with those. That snaps shut really good in there. Salt. I carry salt. You can use it for a bunch of different reasons. If for nothing else, to put on something to make it tastier. Again, with a lot of this stuff, Mom, you can take it out, and if you don't think you're going to use it, put something else in there. This is just kind of what I use it. Let's take a look here. There's a ton of